Welcome everyone to another Django Oscar tutorial video. This time let's learn about new search engine named Solr. Now this will happen in the context of Django Oscar. You can use Solr outside Django Oscar, but for the video it's only with Django Oscar. We were previously using Wish, and if you want to take your store to other level and you realize that you have more than 10,000 products or something around that, this is an estimation, maybe it's time to think about another solution for your search engine. So Solar could be one of the solutions. You have also Elasticsearch, but Solar will give you a quite good solution. Now, things to keep in mind: the implementation of Solar in development is significantly different than implementation of Solar in production. And in this video, I'm only showing you the implementation locally. And why is that? Solar will require a dedicated server to work in your project. So you will have your web server with your Django project running in a specific server, and then you have one other server running Solar, and the communication happens between those two servers. Okay, so whenever someone makes a search, you will communicate to your Solar server. That's a little bit of the theory. Now, locally, we will not be configuring a Solar server like this, like you would in production, but I believe it's still a valuable video to show you. Now, I have here some links to documentation. And first thing, I will be using Solar 666, and this requires Java 8, okay? So make sure you have Java 8 installed. Then there's the official documentation from Django Oscar with a lot more information. I will be following anyway this post in my blog and link in the description. First step, we need to install PySolar. So go to your command line, and if you haven't installed it yet, make sure you do. So pip install PySolar. I'm using this version 3.10. I already have it, so it won't install again. Anyway, once you have installed PySolar, we now can download Solar itself. So I have the link in here. If you prefer, you could go through the internet. If you click it, it's going to take you directly to the download. It's gonna take a while. This file is like 300 megabytes, something like that. And yeah, I'll be waiting for this. Okay, this took me a while, but once you have it, go to go to your download and extract it. Now I'm going to draw the zip file to the recycle bin, and I'm going to open a new command prompt, and I will go to this directory. So let me go to desktop and simply paste that, and you should be in this directory where you have Solar. Now in here, we can start our Solar server, and after we start the server, we will create a core. Now a core in Solar is where you have the configurations of your indexes. Okay, so let me copy that and simply paste it in the bin directory, and it's going to run the server. you can see that it's already running when it says API searching. And now I'm going to run the command to configure the core and create a new core named sandbox using the command. Perfect. Now we know that the server is running, the Solr server is running. We now need to configure our A-stack connections in settings to be using this server. Instead of whoosh, let me open the text editor. So instead of whoosh, we are now using Solr. Let's see, what is it in here? So I'm simply going to comment this at this point and paste the code for Solr. Save that. And let me go back to the tutorial. Now, you need to change this to your own directory where you have Solr. Okay. And we will build the Solr schema. Let's copy that. And in the end, we rebuild the index just like we did in Whoosh. Let's try that. Not in this command line. This is in the directory of Solr. So let's go to the Django command prompt. Simply going to paste everything in there. And finally run the command to rebuild the index. So it indexed 4 products. That's how we have at this point. Let me run the server back on. And let's try the store. Let's say localhost working. There's not going to be a lot of differences to see. I think this refined by section will work now. I don't think it was working before, but anyway, it should be a lot more efficient than just using Whoosh. That's the point of using Solr. Now, you can access the Solr admin page at localhost port 8983. And there's a lot of things that you can see from here. It's a matter of exploring. You have logging, core admin, Java properties, thread dump. I'm not going to explore this section, but let me just tell you before we finish the video, things that you should keep in mind if you are moving to production. Solr requires a dedicated server. We mentioned this before. You need to use a server that can run Java. The Solr server should be restricted to communicate only with the Django server, so there's no point that this server can be accessed by anyone else but your server, okay? So you can make a restriction by IP to your Django server. Again, this page should be accessed only by the admin of your store. And one last thing you should consider to make Solr server backups. That's about it for Solr. It was more to explore the process of Solr. It's not production, but I hope it was valuable for you anyway. And yeah, thank you for all of the support. And yeah, thank you so much. Bye.